Hi, hello dear students. Welcome to Karnataka SSLC online. So in this video, we'll go through the quadratic equations, and for exam point of view, this chapter also carries some good marks. Okay. So the topics are quadratic equation and its solution, how to find the solution for the quadratic equation. Next, what is the relationship between discriminant and nature of roots, and also we need to understand the situational problems, the given word problems. Okay, how to represent the word problems in the form of a quadratic equation. Okay, yes. So what is the quadratic equation? How you define a quadratic equation? Okay. So quadratic equation, if it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, isn't it? An equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is called an quadratic equation. The condition also, the condition is a should not be equal to 0. Okay, a value should not be equal to 0. Suppose if a value is 0, then 0 into x square is 0. Then you will get bx plus c. And what is the degree of bx? I mean, degree of x is 1, so it is said to be linear equation. Okay, when I want to say quadratic, the highest degree should be 2. Okay, and again where a b c are real numbers, okay, it means a b c can be fractions, can be negative integer, can be positive integer. Okay, so a b c are the real numbers. Okay, so you need to remember this form. Okay, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is called an quadratic equation. Okay, now how to find its a solution? We have two methods here. One, by the method of factorization. Okay, one, the method of factorization that you have been already learned. Okay, factorization method, I mean factorization is nothing but splitting the given quadratic equation. Okay, splitting middle term we say. Okay, second method, by quadratic formula, by using a quadratic formula, by using quadratic formula. Okay, and for state syllabus students, they need to go through the one more method which is called completing the square method. Completing the square. Okay, these three methods you need to go through. Okay, factorization, quadratic formula, and completing the square method. Okay, but for CBSE they have to go through factorization and quadratic formula. Okay, now you also need to understand the relationship between discriminant and nature of roots. Okay, nature of roots means you will get for a quadratic equation two roots, that you know. As the highest degree is 2, you will get two roots. Okay, roots are also called solutions. Okay, now when you find the roots, the nature of roots you need to understand. Both the roots can be more than 0. Okay, both the roots are more than 0. So more than 0 means we call two distinct real roots. Okay, if the roots are different and more than 0, we will call them as a distinct real roots. Okay, and if the discriminant is less than 0, it is called to be imaginary. It is called to be imaginary. And if the discriminant is equal to 0, we will get two equal roots. We will get two equal roots. Okay, discriminant is nothing but d. Okay, d is given as a b square minus 4ac. Okay, so if it is less than 0, okay, less than 0 means we will not get any real root, which is called to be imaginary roots, which is called to be imaginary roots. If the value of a discriminant, nothing but b square minus 4ac, if you solve, okay, if the value of this b square minus 4ac is less than 0, less than 0 means obviously negative. Okay, so then we can say the type of roots are imaginary roots. Okay, now if it is equal to 0, we will get two equal roots. We will get two equal roots. Suppose if this is greater than 0, okay, we will get two distinct, means different. Okay, two distinct real roots. See, real roots means roots can be negative or positive, but this b square minus 4ac should be greater than 0. Let roots can be positive, negative, that is no problem, but for this discriminant value it should be greater than 0. Okay, so this is the relation between discriminant and the nature of roots. Okay, students also need to remember these 3 points. Okay, and finally, for the given word problems, you need to understand the I mean, this is a comprehension type of questions. You need to understand the given word problems, and the same word problems you need to write in the form of an quadratic equation, and then you can solve either by any of the method here. Okay, so this is the topics we are going to study. Okay, yes, we'll go with the some basic questions. This first one, which of the following is not a quadratic equation? Okay, so 4 options are here. So you need to identify whether the given equation forms an quadratic equation or not. Okay, so to say quadratic equation, the highest degree should be 2. Okay, so in the first option, if I go through, the highest degree is 2 and it is already in the simplified form. Okay, so this is an quadratic equation. This is an quadratic equation, but he is asking which is not a quadratic equation. Okay, so this is going to be quadratic equation. We'll check for option B. Now, so here we have a squares. So first we need to simplify and then we'll decide whether it forms a quadratic or not. Okay, so it is a minus b whole square. Okay, I'll write here. So a square plus b square minus 2ab. After applying a minus b whole square, minus 3 as it is. Inside again a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. Correct? Now you need to just observe only x square term. Okay, so if you see here, it is x square, and what about this one? Minus 3x square. Okay, I'll not go with other terms because in order to decide quadratica, I'll just see the x square term. Okay, so this is going to be x square and minus 3x square. How much? It is going to be minus 2x square. So however you have x square term. After simplification, you have x square term. It means it is also a quadratic equation. It is also going to be a quadratic equation. Now option C. Okay, option C. Yes, again a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, minus a square plus b square minus 2ab. Correct? So you need to use algebraic entities. Okay, now you just see x square term. Here it is x square, and after opening bracket you will get a minus x square. Is there any x square term? No, I have considered 2 x square terms. So if you see, they can cancel and you'll get to 0. It means there is no x square term. If there is no x square term, it is not a quadratic equation. So your correct option answer is option C. It is not a quadratic equation because there is no highest degree of 2. If the highest degree 2 is there in the equation after simplification, then you can say it is a quadratic. But after simplification, there is no x square term. So it is not a quadratic equation. Getting? Okay. Next one. The application of factorization method on 3x square plus 5 root 5x minus 10 equal to 0 gives. Okay. It means basically he is asking the factors of the given quadratic equation. Okay. So we will rewrite the quadratic equation. It is 3x square plus 5 root 5x minus 10 equal to 0. Okay. Now we have already done solving the quadratic equations which don't have any root 5, I mean root terms, but in this quadratic equation we have a root term and that too in the middle. So what do we need to do? Some steps are same as a into c. First you need to do, so which is minus 30. Okay, a is 3 and c is minus 10 minus 30. Now get the two factors splitting middle term. Okay, such that both factor must have a root 5. This is the step. Both factors must have root 5. With this only you have to get the two roots. Okay, root 5 you have, so root 5 should be the factors on the both the side. Now you have to make changes. I need next 5 plus 5. So plus 5 means I'll go with the 2 and 3 you can go. 2 plus 3 will be 5, but root 5 into root 5 will be 5. 5 into 3 15, but I need minus 30. Okay, suppose if I write 2 and 3, if I add I'll get 5 root 5, and if I multiply I should get minus 30. With this I am not going to get minus 30. Okay, so like this you need to put different possibilities. So one such possibility is 6 and 1. Okay, and I need minus okay, and here plus 5, so I'll go with the minus. Now you can see if you multiply you'll get minus 6 into 1 6, root 5 into root 5, 5. 6 5s are 6 into 5, you will get the 30. It is nothing but 6 into root 5 into root 5 with minus. So you'll get 6 root 5 into root 5, 5. You'll get minus 30. When I add, so root 5 both sides means it is like terms. Okay. So 6 root 5 minus 1 root 5, 5 root 5. Okay. So here important step is in the middle term, if you are getting any root term, that should be present in both the factors. Now we can simplify. So 3x square, in the place of 5 root 5x, I'll write first 6 root 5x. Even you can write minus 1 root 5x here, no problem. Okay, order doesn't matter. Now 1 root 5x means just root 5x minus 10 equal to 0. Correct? Now what is common in these two? It is obvious, 3 is common and x is also there. So inside bracket x plus, okay, 6 I wrote as a 3 into 2. 3 I took means 2 root 5. 3 root 5. Now one thing you remember, golden rule. Okay, the bracket what you are getting in the first two terms after taking common, the same bracket will repeat. It means here you will get x plus 2 root 5 equal to 0. Now you have to write here term. See how to get minus root 5x, multiplying to x. So it is obviously minus root 5. Okay, minus root 5 into x, minus root 5x, minus into plus minus, root 5 into root 5, 5 into 2, 10. Yes, it is balanced, isn't it? So you can repeat the first bracket and second bracket. Both bracket must be same. Okay, now again in these two complete terms, x plus root 5 is common. So I'll take x plus 2 root 5, and what is left in one bracket, 3x minus root 5 equal to 0. Okay, so x plus 2 root 5, 3x minus 5. So it is option B. Okay, they are asking only the factorization. If they ask a solution, just you need to equate this to 0. In that case, so x will be minus 2 root 5, and here x will be plus root 5 by 3, isn't it? I have shifted minus 5 that side and divided. These are the two roots. Okay, and here roots are also called to be solutions or even zeros. Okay, this is such solution, you can call it as alpha. Okay, and this one you can even name it as a beta. Okay, solutions you can name. Fine, next one. The quadratic equation having roots, okay, 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3 will be, okay, so they're expecting a quadratic equation from the zeros, or from the roots. Two roots are given. Okay, so we need to know the format. If zeros are given, how to get the quadratic equation? The format is, it is x square, okay, minus of sum of zeros, okay, sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros, product of zeros. That's it. Okay, I'll substitute. Okay, x square as it is. Okay, minus sum of zeros. Zeros are 2 plus root 3 plus sum means plus 2 minus root 3 x plus product of zeros. Multiply ಮಾಡೋಣ. So 2 plus root 3, 2 minus root 3 equal to 0. ಇದನ್ನು ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ಲಿ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಲ್ಫಾ ಇಂಟು ಬೀಟಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಫಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬೀಟಾ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವಯರ್ ಮೈನಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ರೂಟ್ 3 minus root 3 get cancel, 2 plus 2 4 into x, 4x plus, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, it is a plus b into a minus b, nothing but a square minus b ಅಂದ್ರೆ root 3, b square equal to 0. So it is going to be x square minus 4x plus idenata 2 square 4 minus root square get cancel, you get 3 equal to 0. Finally you are going to get x square minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. This is your quadratic equation given the zeros. Okay, sometimes he will give sum of zeros and product of zeros. In that case you can use here directly, no need to add, no need to multiply. Sometimes they will give added zeros and multiplied with the zeros. Okay, but here they given zeros only, so we have to add and we have to multiply. So by that we will get the quadratic equation. Okay, so you need to remember this one, important. This general form you need to remember. Okay, x square minus the sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros equal to 0. Okay, so this you will get by using the zeros given roots. Next one, positive integers. Okay, difference of whose squares is 45 and square of a smaller number is 4 times the larger number r. It means you need to find the larger and the smaller number. Okay, so this is the understanding. Okay, so the two integers must be positive, that we will come to know from the question. Now try to understand. Okay, try to understand. They are asking difference of whose squares is 45. See, when they take difference of two numbers, one is greater than the other, isn't it? So I'll take as x is greater than y. It means x is bigger than the y. Y is smaller, x is bigger. Now I'll write as per the question, difference of whose squares. So when I take difference, I should write the larger number on the left side and a smaller number on the right side. Okay, so difference of whose squares difference of whose squares is 45. Okay, and square of a smaller number, which is smaller number y, and square of that okay, is 4 times the larger number. Larger number is x. So done. Now what we do, we substitute 2 in 1. Okay, so 1 implies x square minus y square is nothing but 4x. I'll take 45 left side, minus 45 equal to 0. Yes, this has become a quadratic equation. We'll solve. A is 1 into c, you'll get minus 45. Split, I need minus 4. So if you're not getting splitting of these terms, go with prime factorization, you'll get an idea. Suppose for this, if I write, I'll go with the prime factorization. 5 9 times 3 into 3 into 1. So with this combination only you have to get the two factors. Okay, so I need minus 4. Shall I go with 9 5s? Okay, so 9 into 4. Okay, 9 into 4. Sorry, 9 into 5. 9 into 5. Here it is 5. 3 into 3 9 and 5. 9 5 is 45. And I need minus 4 means I'll give minus to 9. Okay, if I add minus 9 and 5, I'll get minus 4. If I multiply, I'll get a minus 45. Now it is easy to get the roots. Okay, this root you find by usual factorization method, but I'll tell you the roots will be, okay, in simple words, the roots will be always opposite sign of the given factors. So here we got plus 5 means we'll get minus 5 as one root, and minus 9 means we'll get plus 9. Okay, so the opposite sign of the given factors will be your roots. Even if you solve, you will get the same roots. This is applicable when the coefficient of x square is 1. If you have some non-zero coefficient, then you need to divide these roots by the coefficient of x square. Okay, but here 1 means just to change the sign, that is going to be your roots. Okay, now they told they are positive integers, so I'll take only positive integer. It means x value 9. Okay, x value 9. Next I need to find y, so I'll use equation 2. Okay, equation 2. So y square equal to 4 into x value, I'll take 9 because not a negative number, so it is 36. Okay, y square equal to 6 square, so y equal to 6. If you put root, you will get plus or minus, but neglect negative integer because they told positive, so again you will get 6. Okay, therefore x equal to 9 and y equal to 6. X equal to 9, y equal to 6. So this is your answer, 9 and 6. Fine. So these are the some important questions related to quadratic equations. Okay, so in the next class I'll bring some more important questions, okay, which I'll try to take some word problems. Okay, but here nothing means you need to find the solution of quadratic equation. If the quadratic equation is given, then you can go with the method. which you know. Sometimes he will mention a method, so we need to go with that method only. Okay, but students should be thorough with the factorization method. Okay, most of the time in other chapters, in other topics also, in the middle we may get quadratic equation, so there you need to use any of the method. Okay, so for that you first learn how to factorize the quadratic equation by factorization method. So next we also have a by quadratic formula, that also we'll discuss, and completing the square method for the state syllabus students. Okay, so in this video this much, and in the next video I'll come with some more good examples. Thank you. Sir.